We have some more Spider-Man Brand New Day updates for another trailer. I get that we want more trailers for Spider-Man, but where is the Avengers Doomsday trailer? That's the news we need to hear, but Cosmic Wonder's going to tell us now.
Crew, thanks for stopping by the channel. Today we have some really big news about a new Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer that should be coming actually pretty soon. And I can already hear people asking the question, well, what about the Avengers Doomsday trailer? So of course we'll talk about that in today's video as well. But unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, it looks like we are getting another Spider-Man trailer before we get that first full Avengers Doomsday trailer. Of course, we've already had the 4 kind of teaser story trailers, as the Russo brothers called them, come out before Avatar Fire and Ash, but we have yet to get the full official trailer. However, we got the one for Spider-Man Brand New Day. It broke all of the records, and the next one is probably looking to do the same. Now, according to the insider Cryptic 4K Qual, a new Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer is reportedly being prepared. And what most people think, when most people think it's coming out, is June. I've seen some people kind of stress online that this might be attached to The Mandalorian and Grogu. And if that were the case, then Avengers Doomsday couldn't be attached to The Mandalorian and Grogu, which means we'd have to wait a pretty long time, possibly till July, to get that first official trailer. And although I do not believe the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer will be attached to The Mandalorian and Grogu, because this is Sony, keep in mind, it's Sony, not Disney, that handles this stuff for the most part, I still think we might have to wait a little bit for the Avengers Doomsday trailer, but we'll get to that in just a bit. Most of the insiders seem to agree, though. They're hearing June for the next Spider-Man trailer, which makes sense because the film comes out in July. So a month before the film's going to release, you release another full trailer for it. That is what they typically do. In fact, this time for the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, we didn't get a teaser trailer.
I'm going to go and
Usually
see
it's a teaser trailer, the full trailer, and then one more full trailer. But in this case, they just released the full trailer, so we're owed one more full trailer if they're sticking to kind of how they traditionally do things.
6, yes.
Most insiders have said that they have heard June,
and then
possibly attached to the Masters of the Universe film, since that film is distributed by Sony. And again, Spider-Man Brand New Day, Sony, right? Marvel Studios makes it, but Sony has a big part in it. So the trailer's being prepared. We're going to get a new one, and we're going to get a new one a month before the movie comes out, which again falls kind of in line with how they traditionally do things. Now, speaking of tradition and how studios traditionally do things, we have the numbers for when Marvel Studios typically releases trailers in advance, right? How many days before? And right now, it looks like Comic-Con might be the place where they're going to release the trailer for the first time. Now, I don't think, I'm just going to address this right away because I can already hear people saying, okay, it's going to show privately again and we're not going to see it publicly. I don't think that would be the case. I think if they showed it at Comic-Con, then they would definitely release it to the public at the same time, which is something that they have done in the past. But here's why I think we're probably not getting it until Comic-Con, and we're not likely going to get it this month, unfortunately.
When is Comic-Con?
San Diego Comic-Con 2026 is July 21st through July 26th. That
July,
is approximately
that's so far away,
to 150 days away.
That's just before
Avengers Doomsday.
Spider-Man.
That is the typical release time that Marvel has for their really big movies like Avengers films. So if we were talking about how studios traditionally do things, the timeline for it all seems to really point to Comic-Con. Also, the insider Cryptic HD quality, and I know a lot of people online probably saw a lot of insiders talking about how there was going to be a big trailer today. It seemed to be for The Mandalorian and Grogu. All the insiders basically said, no, this is not for Avengers Doomsday. They haven't really heard much about it, but the insider Cryptic HD Qual, he did say, this month is going to be a big month for trailers. But then they went and listed what they have heard we should be getting. And he listed The Odyssey, Evil Dead Burn, Disclosure Day, Masters of the Universe, Toy Story, Werewolf, possibly this month. And then they stated, I hear a Brand New Day trailer is being prepped. Not sure it's this month. but it could possibly land on Masters of the Universe. A Jumanji trailer is ready for release too, so maybe on Masters of the Universe as well. And this was actually in response to their previous tweet that said, don't forget guys, I hear May is a big trailer month. Can't say what trailers yet. Doomsday was not listed.
Well, Doomsday was not listed. And he talks about more about the trailer for Avengers Doomsday. But we wanted to hear about the Spider-Man and kind of a little bit about Avengers, which we got. So the full video will be in the description. But my opinion, we should have Avengers trailer because a lot of people have already seen it. So why don't release it to the public? So that should be in May. Spider-Man trailer should be in May, obviously, like you said. But yeah, we're kind of losing our patience with the Avengers trailer and stuff because people have seen it twice. They were at CinemaCon, but it hasn't been released to the public. I want to see it, the trailer. I think most of you want to see it, but yeah, we have to wait longer, sadly. Let's just fingers crossed that Doomsday doesn't get delayed or anything, because apparently they're at a disagreement with IMAX and Infinity Vision. So there's something going on there as well. So we don't know, but let's see.